I'm just gonna say it. I've done this video twice now, and I've forgotten to turn the mic on each time. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought that it would be really fun to kind of go back in time and show you guys all my epic hair fails and my hair horror stories from the past. I just want to start off by saying that in my earlier years of childhood, my hair was actually really nice. It was long and it was curly and it was really pretty, and most importantly, it was very healthy. But I think that all kind of started to go south when I got into my preteen to teen years, and I really wanted to start expressing myself in a new, unique fashion sense. And I couldn't really do anything permanent, you know, like get a tattoo or something, but the one thing I could do was mess with my hair. And so I decided to dye it constantly. And by constantly, I mean I dyed it literally every single color of the rainbow. Alright, I'm talking I dyed it black and red and blue and purple and pink and even yellow and orange and green. And those last three were accidents for sure, but I'll explain how that all happened. In the beginning of dyeing my hair, it actually turned out fine because I did it the right way. You know, I went to the professionals. I went to a hair salon and they did it with love and care. They didn't put too much bleach. They put streaks in it. They did a lot of healthy stuff to it. But I think I just started to get really impatient with that. I wanted to dye my whole hair one color and I was tired of streaks and I didn't want to go to a salon to do it. And I thought, you know what? I want to be bold and I want to do it myself. So one night I had a girls' night with my friends and we all decided to help each other dye our hair. And I think the reason that it worked for them and not me is because they had straight hair and they knew how to do that. They had experience with dyeing straight hair. And I, being the naive teenager that I was, thought, hey, I got this. I can dye my hair. It's just like straight hair. Boy, was I wrong. I even argued with my mom. She tried to warn me and I did not listen. I thought, no, you know what, I got this. I can do it like the professionals and it'll be great. It'll be like I just walked out of a salon. Are you happy, Mom? You were right. My hair looked awful. But I really did not think that it was like that at the time. I wanted my hair to be a nice bright red and it turned out to be a cotton candy kind of pink, with random streaks of like different shades of red and pink throughout my hair. And I was so excited because I thought that it was really unique and nobody else had hair like that, and I thought it was really cool. I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, it was just because nobody else wanted to do that to their hair. But I loved it. And that's honestly when my hair just went downhill from there. One of the hardest things about tending to red hair is that it fades really quickly because it's really light. And I struggled with that just like everybody else does. It would stay bright red for like 3 days and then just fade into an awful orange color that did not agree with me. And after a couple of months of battling with that, I decided to give up and just dye a jet black. And that really did work for quite a while, but I started to get bored again. So I wanted to keep my hair black but still do something a little bit different, so I went into this blue black, which was what they said on the bottle, which was mainly black with a hint of blue. And you know, it looked great for about 2 weeks. And after that, it started to fade into an interesting green. What was even worse was that the green would actually stick to my ends, and no matter how many times I dyed it back, it would stay green at the end. So it was a nice bluish black color at the top, and then my ends would be a terrible green. And I realize now that that was because my ends had become so damaged and so straight that they were honestly dead, and they couldn't take to different colors anymore. They just had to be the color that they were, which unfortunately was green. And this wasn't some like, I don't know, cute bright green, but it was more of like a dirty grass green, which just did not look good. And you know, I struggled with that for like the remainder of my bad hair days, of just trying to dye it back, to just trying to dye to get that green color out, and it really would never leave. And all that dyeing caused my hair to become so damaged that it was really straight at the ends and really curly at the top, and it looked really bad. And you know, because it got so damaged curly, I couldn't really wear it like that anymore, so I just decided to straighten my hair every day for a really long period of time. And that's honestly one of the worst things I probably could have done to my hair, because that was just increasing the damage. And I got to a point where I really didn't know what to do. I needed a change, but I refused to cut my hair because I really didn't want it to be short. And at that point, I needed to cut it really short because the ends had just grown up my hair. So I was stuck. I didn't know where to turn. So eventually I went to the internet, everybody's favorite advice giver. And along that way, I found some great tips on what to do to help nurse my hair back to life. I found some really cool YouTubers who gave great advice and put me on some great hair products that honestly saved my hair. I started watching Sunkissed Alba and Jasmine Brown, people like that. They really did help save my hair. And I definitely did start to notice a change once I started going to more natural hair products, and I started doing deep conditions, and I stopped dyeing my hair and I stopped straightening it. I just wore it the way it was, even though it looked awful. I kind of just put it in a bun most days, so you couldn't really tell. But I was still at a standstill with my ends. I really didn't want to cut them off. I was kind of trying to use these natural products to help heal them back to life. But I think, honestly, I was at a point of no return, and I eventually just had to kind of face it, that I had to cut my hair really short in order for it to get back to its natural, nice form. So that brings me on to the next stage in my hair, which was the big chop, which I'm sure most of you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that. A lot of us have had our stories where we've had to cut our hair really short because we've damaged it from straightening it and dyeing it and just all kinds of stuff. I was actually really excited with how it turned out. It honestly brought so much life back to my hair. It was happy and it was healthy and it was bouncy and it just loved me again. I didn't like the fact that it was short, but I was really happy with the fact that it was healthy again. And of course I wanted it to grow, so I decided to stop straightening it. I decided to stop dyeing it because I realized that was what was really causing damage to it in the first place, so I had to stop all of that. And during that time it was growing, but I was getting really impatient with how slow it was growing. You know, hair takes forever to grow, and especially if you have curly hair, it takes even longer. And I just didn't want to deal with it. So I went back to the internet to find out tips on how to kind of grow it a little bit faster than normal. And I found some really interesting ones which I'm gonna share with you guys, and you can take it or leave it. A couple things I did was massage my scalp every day for a couple of minutes a day to to put stimulation kind of into the hair cuticles, I think is what they said, some scientific term. I would cut open aloe vera plants and I would take the sap from the leaves and I would rub it all over my head. I would completely drench it in the sap and leave it there for like 10 minutes, which was kind of a mess and kind of gross and sticky, but you know, they say aloe vera plants literally heal everything, so why not the hair, right? Another interesting one I did was I actually used to hang upside down for like 10-15 minutes at a time every day. I would lay at the end of my bed and have my head hang off and just kind of sit there for like 10 minutes, which was supposed to increase blood flow into the scalp, which also caused your hair to grow really long. Now, I'm not sure if these things actually worked and made my hair grow faster, or if I just kind of took the time and let it grow naturally. I'll let you be the judge if you want to try those, and hopefully they work for you. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but it's an interesting experience. I think somewhere along the line, I just accepted that time really does heal all wounds, and that's really what I did. I stopped using those tips, and I just let it grow naturally, and eventually it did start to grow, and I noticed a big difference in my hair a couple of years down the line. And after a lot of patience, it kind of became fun, finding new and different hair products to use, seeing what worked and didn't, and now I love it. Honestly, I'll spend hours at a store just trying to find out new products that I haven't tried to see if they actually work. It's a lot of fun for me now. And today I'm kind of at this point where now my hair is shrinking. I started to notice that, I want to say like 6 months ago. I was looking at old photos about 1 to 2 years ago where my hair looked really long, and I would go and I would look at my hair today and it would be really short compared to how it looked 2 years ago, where I haven't cut it since. I decided to stop cutting my hair about when I did the big chop just because I thought that that would help grow it. And it did for a while, but now my hair is shrinking again. And I'm not really sure why. I have a couple of theories. It could be the fact that my hair is just getting a lot curlier since I'm using natural products and it's not relaxing it anymore, so it's just shrinking because it's getting really spirally. Or it could be the fact that I just need to start getting my ends trimmed again, like every 6 weeks, which a lot of people say helps your hair grow. I'm really not sure. I want to hopefully figure it out along this journey and document it to kind of show the process, and if you're struggling with the same thing, hopefully that helps you out. Maybe we can help each other out. And that's really it. I went from having the urge to diet all the time to severely damaging it, to cutting it all off and growing it to a healthy level, and now it's still healthy but it's shrinking a lot and not really understanding why. And that's where I am today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my little blast from the past. If you also have similar hair stories to mine of epic hair fails or hair horror stories, as I like to call them, please leave them in the comments below. I love looking at transformation pictures of seeing then versus now, just how much everybody's changed. It's really inspirational, and maybe we can all inspire each other to keep going on this hair journey. I also want to give a big thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed to my channel, and everybody who has shared my posts. Thank you so much for your guys' support. I love you all. I hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe below, and be sure to hit the bell notification. Alright guys, that's all for today. Bye!